Hey guys, Chris Fry here with Whitmix Corporation, taking you through the first segment of our video series, which is just an overview of all of the different types of 3D printers that we primarily see in the dental industry, and an overview, of course, of how they work. When we look at 3D printing, 3D printing is just a process of building up an object layer by layer. Milling is subtractive manufacturing. 3D printing is just the opposite of that. It's additive manufacturing. So we're building those up layer by layer. So 3D printing has been in the dental industry. We've been using it in the dental industry now, really for quite some time. It started to take off in 2016, 2017, and got more and more popular from there. But there's multiple different types of 3D printing that we use in the dental industry. And this segment is going to take us through the different types of 3D printing that's out there. So with 3D printing, there's multiple different types, FDM, SLM, SLA, DLP, PolyJet or MemJet. But really, there's only certain types that we see within the dental industry. And today I'm going to focus on the ones that we see in the dental industry, which is by and large, SLA, which SLA 3D printing encompasses SLA, DLP, and LCD. I'm gonna get more into that here in just a second. And then SLS, or selective laser sintering, or SLM is what some people refer it to, selective laser melting. And then PolyJet or MemJet, PolyJet being the Stratasys technique, MemJet being the 3D Systems technique, and that is more of just an inkjet printer. And I'm going to get into all of those now in a little more detail. So the first SLA 3D printer out there that we see on the screen right now, this was developed by Chuck Hull, the founder of 3D Systems. He came up with this printer in 1986. So this is where it all started. So SLA 3D printing, or stereolithography apparatus, which, as I said, encompasses multiple different types of 3D printers, or the SLA, DLP, and LCD. And what we're doing with that is we are using some type of light source, and we are curing a UV curable photopolymer. So the first type that we see here is SLA, and this is using a single point laser to cure the models on our build plate. And so what you see here, what we have going on is what you see on the screen is we've got a resin vat that we pour our liquid photopolymer in. We then have a build plate, and our build plate drops down into our vat of UV curable resin, and then a single point laser cures layer by layer, as we talked about, as far as additive manufacturing, one layer at a time. And so what you see here with a laser and a single point laser is that print head drops down into our UV curable photopolymer. And if we're printing, let's say, 3 models at a time, and because we have a single point laser, it'll cure the first layer of your first model. It'll then move and cure the second layer of your second model, and then it'll cure a layer of your third model. And then it'll reset, drop back down in, and it'll do that all over again, layer by layer. So again, it's only able to cure, because it's a single point laser, it's only able to cure each level of the models one at a time. Some of the SLA printers we see out there are Formlabs, DWS, are some of the SLA 3D printers, or what is typically referred to as SLA 3D printers. DLP 3D printers are by and far the most popular that we see in the dental industry. And what DLP 3D printers do, where we were talking about the SLA 3D printers where they got one single point of light, a DLP printer is able to uses a projector and projects the entire image that's being printed onto the build plate all at once. So once again, we've got a vat with our UV curable photopolymer. We've got a build plate that drops down in to that vat of photopolymer. We'll go back to our example of 3 models. The light projects and it cures that layer of all 3 models at once. So does all 3 models on our build plate, comes up, drops back down, flashes, cures all 3 layers again. And so it does that over and over until our apparatus, our model, our appliance, whatever it is built. And so inherently, because we're doing all 3 at once, you're getting a much faster print than you do with your standard SLA 3D printers. Some of the DLP 3D printers that we see in the dental industry, the popular ones, was certainly Asiga, Carbon, Sprint Ray, Desktop Health, are just a few of the very popular 3D printers that are used in the dental industry. Most of the 3D printers that we see out there in the market within the dental space currently are DLP 3D printers. And then what we've seen grow in popularity over the last 2 to 3 years are the LCD 3D printers. And again, another type of SLA printer. And what LCD printers do is they use a light source, typically not as powerful as the DLP printers, and that's what helps keep the price down on these printers. But we've got a light source, and then we have an LCD panel, just like you do on your televisions at home, that blocks through the light that isn't needed. So again, we've got a vat of UV curable photopolymer. Our print head drops down into that vat. And then our light source shines our 3 models that we're printing. And the LCD mask blocks or only lets the light through of our 3 models that we're printing. Therefore, the print head drops down into our vat, and then our light source flashes, and we've got that mask, that LCD mask, that only allows the light through of what we're printing. So if we go back to our 3 models, the example that we've been using, our print head will drop down into the vat of UV curable photopolymer. The light flashes, and the mask blocks the light except for the 3 models that we're printing. So it cures that layer, goes up, comes back down. Again, the light source flashes, and the LCD mask or LCD panel blocks the light except for what we're printing. What we've seen with the LCD printers that have entered the market over the last 2 to 3 years is they're much more inexpensive than, say, our DLP printers because the components, the light source, isn't as expensive.